So after filming this video, I realized that it ended up being a lot longer than I planned on it being. What I'm gonna suggest to you guys at home is to go in the video playback settings here on YouTube and switch the video to 2x speed. And then if I sound like a chipmunk or something, turn it down to 1.5 times speed. I personally like watching these videos at normal speed, but I realize some of you guys at home don't have the time for that or the attention span for that. Skipping around in the video hurts my algorithm. My name's Adam and I'm an artist out of northern Wisconsin. I was not planning on making a video today. Inkjecta just announced a new tattoo machine. I actually did not know about this machine. It was announced 6 days ago, and one of my subscribers commented on my newest video and they asked me if I'm gonna get the machine and check it out, and I was all like, what? Inkjecta came out with a new machine. So I have the new tattoo machine up here on Instagram and on their website, and we're gonna go through it together. We're gonna check it out, see how we like it. I'm gonna give you guys my first impressions on the tattoo machine. Okay, so we are over here on Instagram, guys. I got up the Inkjecta Instagram page, and this is the post that they made to announce the new Flite pen. Okay, we have a lot more images than just this one, but first we're gonna obviously see the post that they made to announce the machine. We're gonna check this out first, and we will see the grip returning from the previous, I believe it was called the Flite X pen. They're starting to do this more ergonomic looking grip. I actually like that a lot. And then one of the first things you'll notice right away is that it is an RCA machine. So it is a pen machine with an RCA port on it. So that means you guys are going to have to provide your own battery. And just looking at this right now and the ergonomics of this, I could already tell that I would probably get the FK Irons lightning bolt battery on it because it won't hang up as high on the machine. It will actually go off on the side. I'll put an image up of the lightning bolt battery right now so you guys know what I'm talking about. And if the lightning bolt battery does not fit on this tattoo machine, that's going to be super whack. I do not want a super long tattoo machine. I don't want to put a battery on the end. I'm getting sick of putting those batteries on the end and making your tattoo machine like almost, you know, 1/3 the length longer. I don't like that. Now we're going to go over all the images of the inside of this machine in just a second. There's a lot of exciting things with this tattoo machine, but one of the other things you guys are going to notice right away from the picture is that you have this little cutout right here. That is to access the inside cam and everything. I don't know how you access it because it almost looks like it just pops off just looking at the photo. And hopefully, like when you spray like cleaner or anything, obviously don't spray right on top of the machine. You guys are supposed to spray into a paper towel, but a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people spray your cleaner right directly on the machine. So hopefully this is sealed very good. This crack all the way around this outside of this opening plate right here. And then another thing you guys are going to notice is that there is no twist grip. There is no grip that you twist to make the needle go out longer. They're actually doing something special on this machine, and I'm gonna show you that in just a second. All right, now let's actually read what Inkjecta said when they made this announcement post. This is what they said. Inkjecta, the Flite pen. The Flite pen weighs just 150 grams and is extremely powerful thanks to our custom German-made Fall Harbor motor. Get your hands on this new ergonomic power package now. So it's available now. You guys are going to be able to buy it right now if you guys really want. So let's first break this down. So it says it's 150 grams. Okay, so 150 grams. So this tattoo machine right here, the Cheyenne tattoo machine, I believe was 135 grams. So it's a little heavier than this one. I'm assuming it's actually probably the same length, just looking at it in the photo and then comparing it to this. It actually, the Flite pen actually looks like it's a pretty short machine. I'm assuming that they made it short, assuming that you're going to put a battery on top of it. So they wanted to keep it, you know, lower center of gravity on it. But that's a little more heavy than this tattoo machine. And then what else did they say here? The German made Fall Harbor motor. So a Fall Harbor motor, the newest German one, Fall Harbor motor, that is actually the one that is inside of the AXYS tattoo machine. And I do not have the AXYS tattoo machine on me right now. That is over at the tattoo studio. And then I actually think that this one also has that motor. I might be wrong, but that is currently the most top tier, best motor you can get in a tattoo machine right now. Is the newest Fall Harbor German motor. With it having that motor inside of it, the Fall Harbor motor, and have using other machines that do have the Fall Harbor motor, what we know from that motor is that it has very little vibrations and that it's very quiet. But unless it's like the Flite Nano tattoo machine. That tattoo machine was really, really loud, but I don't believe that was a Fall Harbor German motor. I believe that was a different motor. So hopefully this one is not that loud. I actually didn't mind the loudness of that machine that much, of the Flite Nano. I'll put a photo of it up on the screen and we'll check it out later in this video, hopefully. But this machine, just from what I am reading right now with that motor, I would assume low vibrations and low sound coming from it. I'm slowly starting to lose my voice because I filmed yesterday and then filming today. It's a lot. And then the first comment we see right away is from Steve Butcher right here, which if you guys don't know who Steve Butcher is, he's probably the best tattoo artist on the planet. And if he's not the best, he's literally one of the best. And then he's also sponsored by Inkjecta Tattoo Machine. So he uses the Inkjecta machines, and obviously he's going to be using this Inkjecta pen machine. And he just said, yo, Steve Butcher, if you're watching this video, comment down below and I'm going to pin your comment. Please and thank you. And then you guys will see that Vid Blanco liked this, which Vid Blanco is a YouTuber, and he liked this and he didn't tell me about it. So what the fuck? Okay, guys, we're over on the Inkjecta website now. Let's check this out. So it says, let me move my big head out of the way. And then right away, we're going to see right there, the price of this tattoo machine is $783. Why is it $83? That's all I got to say right now. Like, why 783? Why not just do 800? Why not do 750? What is with the 83? They're obviously squeezing as much margin or trying to bring the price down as much as they can to a certain margin. They obviously have goals with this. Obviously, this is a tattoo company and they are building these things and it's an investment. So they're trying to reach a certain margin. I just think it's weird to do the $3. Just do 78, wait, 789.99 or something like that. Or I don't know. It just the $3 right there is throwing me off. All right, and then the next thing we're going to see on the website is that this actually comes in 3 different versions. So you have the shader, the standard, and the liner. And I'm assuming that these are more like specifically for shading. Like I wouldn't use the shader for lining. I don't think so. And then the standard, I would assume, is for everything. The shader, I'm actually assuming, is for like black and gray only. I don't really know if it means color blending or anything. I'm sure it will tell us down in this description on what stroke lengths and everything it all is. And then standard, like I said, everything. And then liner, I'm assuming a higher stroke length on that one, just so it packs lines. I'm guessing you could also do color packing with that. We will see in just a second. Okay, so let's just jump to all these photos because there's a lot to break down here. Obviously, we already kind of looked at the outside. Same photo as the one that they posted on their Instagram. Let's go to the next photo. This is the one that threw me off right away because I thought that these were like voltage buttons, but obviously on your battery you're going to have the voltage there, or your power supply if you choose to run a wired power supply. So it actually took me a second to try to figure this out, and I had to read down more into the description. But I believe these buttons right here, like these two specifically, is how you adjust your needle depth, which is probably why the machine is a little heavier, having it at 150 grams compared to like all the other machines that are shorter like this, where they're more in the 130. That extra couple grams is probably because it has an extra like articulating motor on the inside of the machine. So like you click down right here on this down button, and I'm assuming that your needle will stick further out of the cartridge, kind of like the Flite, the previous machine that they had, the Flite X or whatever. I believe that they had a motor also. I actually never looked too much into that machine. I'll put a photo of it up right now. That machine actually looks like a sniper scope or something on like a gun or something. So I've never really got that machine. And honestly, guys, that machine kind of flopped. I feel like I didn't see that much in the industry. And if Inkjecta's watching this, I'm sorry to tell you guys that, but I'm literally a tattoo machine reviewer and I didn't see much on that tattoo machine. But I did swear I seen that machine had that option where you press a button and the needle could go in and out. That is actually a pretty cool thing. That is something that I would love to see in future machines. The only problem with that is that when you wrap it and then you can't see the buttons, and then, you know, your hand's on this grip and then you're accidentally pressing those buttons, like, wouldn't that be like not a good thing if you're tattooing and then you accidentally bump one of those buttons? That's what makes me think that this button above that might be like a lock, like you press and hold that and then it locks these buttons or something, like a software lock or something. I don't know. Just because if you accidentally press those while you're tattooing, that's gonna really suck. And honestly, like something like this, you're gonna want to wrap that like fully in grip tape, just looking at it, like it's gonna be, I don't know. That's how I would want to run this, is fully in grip tape, but then you can't see those buttons. I don't know. The choice of putting them that low on the machine is something that I would question. I'd probably, if you're watching this Inkjecta, I would have probably put them up a little higher. I don't know. Obviously, I'm sure you guys tested this and that it works fine. And then right here, I have no clue what that is. That looks like an indicator light or something. I do not know what that is for. Like I said, lock button, needle up, needle down, or needle out, and then needle in. And let's move on to the next photo. All right, the next photo we're going to see is the machine on its side. There is not much we can gather from this image that I know of. I can see that it is very ergonomic looking with your thumb grips here. Another thing I'm noticing right now, guys, is that you're not going to be able to have other grips on this because it is a fixed grip. You know, they're not going to be able to sell like a thicker grip that I know of unless they make like some sort of like a molded plastic cover that is cleanable or something that goes over it, because I actually kind of want a bigger grip. This actually seems like a pretty small grip. And then the more I'm thinking of it is that having the grip like this, that might prevent you from doing certain techniques. Like eye line in a certain way, having my fingers forced to be in a certain position might actually mess up the technique that I'm trying to do, mostly with like color blending and black and gray shading. Like I like to have my hand a certain way, and if that's like, all I'm saying is that this grip might not be for everyone. It looks comfortable, but there might be issues. And then they're also missing a market here, guys, on selling people disposable grips. Obviously, I don't like that when a company forces you into getting the disposable grip to get like a bigger grip or something. I honestly hate that. Bishop, I'm talking about you. That is just sucky, but they are, to tell the truth to Inkjecta right here, they are missing that market and that future potential. All right, this next image is where stuff starts to get a little spicy. So right here, we're going to see what it looks like. So once you take off the cover, what it looks like is that there is two magnets right here. And I'm assuming that those are magnets and that those hold that cover on. So it makes me think, like, is that cover just going to fall off? What happens if the cover breaks? There's a couple things I'm thinking of here. It almost looks like the inside is like a 3D printed or molded plastic or something. I'm looking here. This looks like the Fall Harbor motor. I'm hoping that my camera's picking it up. This looks like the Fall Harbor motor. This is obviously the cam. They already are saying, and we'll look at it in the description in just a second, but you're going to be able to replace the cams on this and switch them out for other cams. And then here we are seeing the drive bar. Here is one of their special drive bars. They have a drive bar system that actually has like a give to it. So you're going to be able to take off that drive bar and put on different drive bars. Same with the previous models like the Flite Nano. I believe the Flite X also had it, but where they have different drive bars, where they have a soft one, right? And then they have like a steady one or something like that, or a standard one. I'm trying to remember. I know that there's 4 of them, probably soft, standard, medium, and then hard. And the hardest hitting one would be like the one with no give, and then the softest one is gonna be like, it's gonna have more of like the give like you get from like a coil machine or something. I completely forgot that these machines have like give to them. Like it's actually like a mechanical give, because this bar is actually spongy. You know, the softer one has a spongy bar that actually gives some give to the needle. I typically don't like to run machines that have give on them, so I'll probably be running, if I get this machine, I'd probably try it with the most firm, the hardest drive bar on it. And another thing with the drive bar being able to come out also means that the inside is cleanable. All right, now let's move on to the next photo. And all we are going to see in this photo is that the only difference from that photo and that photo is that the cam is changed and different. So here we will see 3.25 cam in this one, and then a 3.5 cam in this one. So there's not much to break down with that. But what I would like to point out is that I don't like this on the machine, just this engraving right here, the Flite pen. I never liked advertising a tattoo machine as a pen. I literally never say it out loud. I never call these machines pen machines. I just call them tattoo machines. So I don't know. I just don't like that. I always feel like pen makes it seem unprofessional, but I mean, whatever. That's just honestly a weird opinion of mine. I make these first impressions not only for everyone at home, but also for the team. And in this case, the Inkjecta team to see this video and to get my honest opinion on this. I realize these tattoo companies don't get proper feedback sometimes from other people outside their team. A lot of the times it's going to be a team member that's just happy and excited to see it, and they're like, yeah, call it the pen. We've been calling tattoo machines pens forever. I think you guys could have been a little more creative with the name. Obviously that's not going to change how the tattoo machine runs, and obviously having the engraving on it isn't going to matter once you get the machine and it's working in your hands. It's just something visually that I see that just looks a little weird. And then going to the next photo, all we're going to see that has changed is that it now also has the 4.0 cam. So we have the 3.25, which is weird to have a 0.25. Why not just 0.2 or 0.3 or something? That's just another thing I'm noticing. 3.5 right here and 4.0 cams. All right, guys, that's it for the photos. Now let's go over to the product description, and there's a lot to break down in here. They're actually going to be talking about the cam length and some of the new digital technologies that they are doing inside this tattoo machine. Let me read this for you guys real quick. The Inkjecta Flite pen has arrived. We have brought together the best of Inkjecta in a package for the people, built around the foundation of our custom German engineered VALHALLA motor. The Flite pen offers the power and consistency of the Inkjecta Nano, ranging along with ease and use technological elements in an updated form. Offers power and consistency on the Inkjecta Nano, ranging along with ease of use technology. There's a run-on sentence, by the way. All right, I was just trying to break that down. You guys have a run-on sentence in your thing. Okay. The Inkjecta Flite pen comes in 3 configurations. All Inkjecta Flite pens come with an RCA cable. Okay, that's cool. An Allen key. Okay, so maybe to take off that cover on the top, maybe that's what the Allen key's for, or actually probably to replace the cam is what the Allen key's for, and to change the dry bar, and grub screws. So that's those little screws that hold the cam on. And then, okay, so let's read here. Standard includes the 3.25 millimeter cam, soft, medium, and hard torsion bars, which is the dry bars, and a semi-rigid bar. Okay, so those are those different strengths of bars that we are seeing here. Okay, so the standard has the 3.25 millimeter. The shader has the 3.5. Okay, that's weird. You would think that the shader, I don't know if this is a typo on their website or if this is, sometimes I'll read these websites and I will find typos. And this might actually be a typo, because you would think that the standard version, you would think has the 3.5, like it's in the center. And you would think that the shader has the 3.2. I wonder if that's a typo. I might be wrong. Maybe they're doing something else here. And then it looks like the standard actually comes with more. It comes with the soft, medium, and hard torsion bars and the semi-rigid. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get 4 torsion bars with the standard, and then the shader includes the medium, only the medium. Okay, but it's the same price, but you guys are only including the medium. Okay, and then the liner includes the 4.0 millimeter cam and the semi-rigid bar. Okay, so what I am seeing right now, guys, this is my first time reading this, by the way. What I am seeing now is that you guys might as well just get the standard and then run the rigid, or run the hard bar on it. I don't know why it would cost the same amount of money. Each one of these, the standard, the shader, and the liner, all cost the same amount. But with the shader, you get less torsion bars, and the liner, you get less torsion bars. But the weird thing is that the standard, they're almost trying to trick you, is what they're trying to do, because you would want to get the shader for the 3.5 stroke, but then you would want the standard for the bars. Hopefully they are selling these stroke lengths separately and the bars separately. If they are, I'll let you guys know. All right, and then Inkjecta Flite pen features wide voltage range from 4.5 volts to 18 volts. 18 volts is really high on a tattoo machine. I do not know how they are achieving that. I feel like your tattoo machine motor is not safe past 12 volts, so maybe I don't know. I would have to ask them, or maybe they'll comment or talk to us and let us know. But that is pretty crazy. I would never put your tattoo machine up at 18 volts. I know that Steve Butcher actually, he uses his machine up at like 12 volts or 13 volts or something, which is crazy. You got to have like crazy fast hands. So they obviously just did that just for Steve Butcher or something, because I don't know why anyone would run at that voltage. That's insane. Do not run at the voltage, people. All right, digital needle depth adjustment for smooth and fast depth control. So those are the buttons on the side. Digital depth adjustment. Okay, and then a standby button. I'm guessing, I don't know what the standby button is. I'm guessing that's the button above those two buttons that will, you know, lock the buttons from going up and down. LED display light to show standby and depth adjustment function. Okay, so maybe when you have it in standby mode, maybe the light will turn on, just so you know that it's. I don't know why they're doing this, people. The more I'm thinking about it, is I want to be nice on this machine, and this machine looks really, really cool, but it just seems like it's gonna be wrapped. Okay, it just seems like it's gonna be wrapped up, so you're not even gonna see that. It's just so weird. Do they expect us to use this tattoo machine like not wrapped or something? I don't know. Maybe they. I don't know. Let's keep it going. Flite, interchangeable stroke and give system, so you can change it yourself. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for that. Offset cartridge for better visibility. Offset cartridge for better visibility and control. It has an offset cartridge for better visibility and control. What? They are saying it has an offset hole. Does that look offset to you guys? Offset hole? Offset cartridge? I don't know what that means. For better visibility? Now, why would we want the hole to be offset? It doesn't look like it's offset, does it? Does it just mean because of the grip is wider on these two sides and then thinner on this side, so you can visibly see down your machine better? That must be what they mean. Because if this hole is offset from that would be really weird. It looks like it's centered though, but maybe they're just talking about the grip and how it's angled, and then they tried to say it in a fancy way. I don't know. Let's try to fix my screen here. For everyone that's watching this far into the video, thank you so much. Smash a like on this video. All right, let's keep it going. Ergonomic design for comfort and versatility, obviously with the new grip. The weight is 150 grams or 5.3 ounces. The grip is a 34 millimeter grip, so it's pretty standard grip size. It's a pretty nice grip for everything. I still prefer a little bit bigger. Material is milled aluminum, probably aircraft grade aluminum, I'm assuming, and the color is matte black, compatible with most needle cartridges, compatible with most universal batteries and power supplies. I wish they would say if you can use the FK Irons lightning bolt battery or something, just because that is such a popular battery for pen machines like this. All right guys, you have reached the conclusion of the video. I'm going to give you guys my overall thoughts on this machine. First off, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it's over 20 minutes long, and it's hard to watch a 20-minute long video of someone talking about something that they don't even got yet. We don't even have our hands on this, but we hope to get our hands on it soon. So let me just say that I think that this machine is a really cool machine. I am happy that they released it and designed it. I'm a nerd for these things, so I really appreciate them doing it and doing it differently than other machines. What I wish that they did do, and that I wish that they carried over from other machines, is that I wish that they actually did this, where the RCA came off, and that I wish that they would come out with a battery in the future. I know I actually seen some of their comments on Instagram of them actually telling people off, telling them that they do not want to make a machine with a battery, or they don't think that the battery is made for this machine, or that it's meant to have a battery. But I think that they honestly, I feel like they missed a big opportunity here, guys, where they could have easily just made the RCA removable. Even if they never made a battery in the future, at least they would have that option, so they could make a battery for it in the future. Otherwise, they're gonna have to do a different type of battery where they do like one of these, and that's just lame. Another thing I would have liked to see is the buttons moved up a little higher, just because I feel like I'm gonna bump them, and also a removable grip. I think it's beautiful the way it is, honestly, with how the grip looks all seamless with it. The only problem with that is that I need a bigger grip, and I'm not gonna wrap that thing. It defeats the purpose for it to have grooves in it if I'm just gonna wrap that thing with a whole roll of grip tape just to make it bigger, because then you're not even gonna feel the grooves anyways. Just give us the option for a bigger grip. That would have been cool. And then if that cover on the side of the machine, if that cover blocking the camera or whatever is truly held on by magnets, I don't think that's a good idea either. I think it should like clip in or be screwed in, honestly. I think it falling off mid tattoo or falling off a counter and then that breaking and then the thing's just gone, it just falls off or falls behind something, I don't know, it just seems a little loosey-goosey to me. Let me know down in the comments what you guys like about this tattoo machine, and if there's anything that you guys would have liked to see differently. Remember that Inkjecta is probably watching this video, so let's keep it respectful down in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.